Hi guys, we're going to be working on 8-4 multiplying special cases. So thus far we've taken binomials and multiplied them using the FOIL method and also the table method. Today we're going to look at special cases. In other words, if we have a binomial that looks like this, a plus b, and then we're multiplying it by itself, you might see a format like this, a plus b squared. They mean the same thing, but there is a great shortcut when you do see a binomial that's squared. So follow along with me, and we're going to do an example. We're going to find the simplified form of x plus 5 squared. So these are the 3 steps, and we're going to do these together to come up with our answer. So first we're going to square the first term. Now remember that the first term is located right here. So if we're going to square that, that's just x squared. It's x times x. Step number 2, we're going to multiply the product of the 2 terms by 2. Now the product of the 2 terms are right here. That's 5 times x. So if I take 5 times x to find the product, that's just 5x. But then I have to multiply that result by 2. So 5x times 2, that's 10x. Finally, we're going to square the last term. So right here we have a 5 as the last term. So if I square that, that's just 5 squared, or 25. Once we're finished, we're going to take the 3 results, and because they're all positive, we're just going to put them down here in standard form and put an addition sign in between them. So that's x squared plus 10x plus 25. Now I could have gotten the same result had I used FOIL when they're written in this format up here above. So that's my final answer, and it's a really great shortcut. It makes our life so much easier. So let's take a look at a couple more examples then. These are the first 3 problems at the bottom of page 8-4 note sheet that I've attached on Google Classroom. So let's go ahead and solve these together. We're going to follow those 3 steps of the shortcut. So the first step was to take the first term, which is a, and just square it. So that's a squared. The second step, probably the harder one to remember, is to take the product of the 2 terms, which is 7 times a, so that's 7a, and then you're going to times it by 2. That would be 14a. And again, those are both positive numbers. The last step of the shortcut is to take 7, the last term, and square it. 7 squared is 49. And I'm finished. So my final answer, a squared plus 14a plus 49. Let's do one where we see a subtraction sign here. So for this problem, we're going to do b squared as our first step. Now this is a -4, so when we multiply -4 times b to find the product, that's -4b. And then we're going to times it by 2. So -4b times 2 is a -8b. And the last step is to take -4 squared, which happens to be +16. For the next one, we're going to do the same exact thing, but you've got to remember in this first term, I need to square not only the 2, but also the c. So 2 squared is 4, c squared is c squared, plus the product of 2c and 3 is 6c, but if I times that by 2, I get 12c. And the last term, 3 times 3, or 3 squared, is 9. You can always use FOIL to go back and check your answers if you'd like. For your homework tonight, I'd like you to complete the problems on the 8-4 note sheet, and that would be problems 4 through 12. Now you do not need to print this sheet. You can complete the problems in your notebook. I will post the answers tomorrow so you can check your work. I hope you have fun and enjoy this really cool shortcut.